knowing that me sharing my experience would potentially bring some encouragement to somebody else gives me this purpose.
So you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to our video for today.
Thanks for tuning in
To the Frey Life. I'm Peter.
And I'm Mary.
And we are loony.
Well, we're sitting in front of a window and some people are walking by.
Hi.
We feel awkward.
No, well, actually,
That
was a good intro.
Was unintentional.
Unintentional intro to today's question.
Hi, Mary, Peter, and Ollie. So my question for you guys is, what is your favorite part about vlogging every day, and what is your least favorite part of vlogging every day?
Great question.
What would possibly we deem as our favorite?
Well, I think this is a good question because vlogging is something that a lot of people watch, but maybe don't understand, or like, it's like this multi-dimensional reality of what we do. And there's so many aspects of, okay, let's talk about our favorite things.
I can't get it out of my head. The human connection with you guys.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you what an immense, indescribable blessing it has been to have connection with people all over the world from all different backgrounds. Vlogging was the platform which enabled us to meet so many of you guys.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
And there's just, I am just really grateful. And it has given me purpose when I am like, say I'm in the hospital for weeks at a time and it's hard to keep trudging on in the midst of all the hospital stuff, but knowing that me sharing my experience would potentially bring some encouragement to somebody else gives me this purpose, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah. I think along that vein of thought is the reality that this isn't about our story. I mean, it's about your stories, and what I mean by that is, like, a story is only meaningful in that it intersects with another person's story. Like, that's where the meaning of our story, like, comes out. And so while, like, yes, we are storytellers and we're telling our story and sharing our journey, it's really your guys' stories when we hear them that give us the purpose behind what we do and why we do it, and the encouragement along the way, I think.
To keep going.
It's just so cool.
And I mean, that'll springboard me to probably my least favorite thing about vlogging, which is vlogging. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is hard. It is really hard to pick up the camera when you are just in the moment, enjoying the moment. You know, say when I'm here, we're currently at my parents' house. When we're just here enjoying the moment, the last thing I want to do is break up that moment by picking up the camera and making it awkward for people. But on the flip side, I love having those memories. So it's worth doing the awkward thing, pulling out the camera. But you guys give us the purpose for which, hey, push through those awkward times, pick up that camera. Or on days where we feel like I don't feel good and I've been in bed all day and he's been working all day, and that evening we're like, oh no, we didn't vlog anything. And then we pick up the camera and just share our hearts. Knowing that we're connecting with you guys, even on days like that, it gives us purpose.
Yeah. I like that our least favorite part about vlogging is vlogging. I think there's a level of, and this is kind behind the camera, behind the scenes of vlogging, is there is an emotional drain to what we do. And I think that it's something that's like hard to describe because it's just something we experience as we've done this over 5 years. And I think a lot of people who do daily vlogs do talk about this kind of emotional side of I hate to use the word vulnerability because it's kind of like overused in our culture, and I think that social media, and I will say, like, we're selectively vulnerable. Like, that's like,
you have to be.
That's a reality, is that we choose what 15 minutes of our day we put on the internet and how we put it on the internet and how I edit it together. Yet, in the midst of that, there is this rawness of sharing our journey where, in many ways, it's a really abnormal thing to share your, like, deep heart journey of life with so many people. And so it's almost like, and it is like, the thing that is most meaningful is the hardest part of vlogging, is sharing kind of those hard parts of our journey and the emotional rawness of sharing that and saying, we're putting this out there and it's probably going to be misunderstood by some people, and all of the dimensions of that. And yet knowing that because we are being vulnerable with our journey, it's going to allow our story to intersect with the stories of other people and encourage them and give them hope and meaning in their maybe purposeless feeling, just lost in life, and just having the encouragement of, hey, somebody's processing the same things I'm processing. And so it's hard work. It's I mean, sometimes we do say it, the amount of time that goes on behind the scenes, like not just like filming and editing, but the just the logistics of getting videos on the internet every day are sometimes just exhausting. Right. And
but Peter also loves it.
Yeah.
He loves editing every day. He feels like it's part of his day. He knows that's gonna happen every day. And
I think that one thing for me, and I feel like I'm talking a lot, but
no, that's good. You are summarizing things so well.
I think one thing for me that may be unique, because I think a lot of vloggers might have the same answers to that question. I think for me, one of my favorite things is that my background, which is very has nothing to do with vlogging. I mean, I have, 3 degrees from theological schools of, various areas of focus, and yet I see all of those elements come together in what we do here on the vlog.
Right.
Like, I'm a communicator, that's a lot of what my studying was in. I did my postgraduate work in the area of using imagination in storytelling to allow your story to intersect with the story of other people, and that imagination is part of that step. And I think about that when I'm editing a video. Not every day, but I think about it when I think kind of big picture about what we do on the vlog. And I just love that we have a creative God who is able to take my background and throw us into something we never dreamed we would be doing for a living, and making videos on the internet, and yet using all of that to come together to get me excited about making videos.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being our why we continue picking up the camera on hard days, and why we pick up the camera on exciting days and celebrate things with you. You have become such a huge part of our life, our journey, and it's sometimes overwhelming in a good way when I think of all of the people that I interact with, that I have the privilege of interacting with on Instagram, in comments, in private messages, in emails. in these video questions that you guys send, I am so like thankfully overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's amazing to be able to have these platforms where we are able to connect with you guys. Thank you for being a part of this. You guys choosing to click on videos and choosing to enter into our journey has been really, like Peter said, something we never knew that we would ever experience.
Yeah. And in a week like this week, we have a lot going on in our life when you're watching this video, and to know that we've got, you know, thousands of people out there thinking about us, praying for us, and walking with us in this journey is super overwhelming, and
in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really grateful. So, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
And
as always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night to the Ollie boy. He's just lounging over there, you know, doing his thing.